Welcome back to another backflow repair. So today I got this 2000 SS installed vertically on a fire sprinkler. So we have a failed number 2 check. It's not holding anymore, so we're going to go ahead and get that replaced. Went ahead and spared you the viewing of me turning these off, so I got the valves off right now. I make sure to call this panel out so that the fire department doesn't show up or doesn't trip any alarms, cause any issues. So that's out, silenced. So now it's time we can start making sure those hold. We'll make sure these hold by opening up the valves and draining everything down. This is a vertical unit, so with it being vertical, when you start opening these, because there's no way to drain off the bottom, it's kind of nice, is you'll be able to clear out your backflow that way and make it easy to work out. As you can see, this top valve here has stopped dripping. We got a little there, but that's okay. As long as this one is holding, that means that that top valve's holding. We shouldn't have an issue. And same with the first one. If this valve's not holding, you're gonna get water out of those. This is just draining a little bit there. So once we pull this lid, pull that off, the rest will drain. We got this open. You can see there everything. The downside of these is you have to remove the number 1 to get to the number 2. So we'll go ahead and pull that one, then we'll pull the second one. I got both checks out, so I'm going to open those up, and we're for sure replacing the second one, but I'll show you what's going on with that. And then that one, we're just going to make sure it's clean. It passed, so it should be good, but we're just going to double check it while it's out. Okay, so this one doesn't have the hole that you can put on there to pull it, so we're just going to do it by hand. You're just going to pull up on it. It's not that hard, probably because it's bad, and then flip that. So you're going to pull up on this and flip it down. So use gravity. Alright, so you'll prop it like this. I have this one open all the way because this is the number 2. It's bad. I'll show you what's going on. So you can see, holds it like that. To close it, you just pull this up, it falls back down. This looked pretty good. So we'll look at here. You can see all this little debris that got kicked up. Top fines, but this down here, this in here is your issue. All that little bit in there, and that's why it's not holding. Now that we have those out, we know the issue. We're gonna go ahead, reverse the steps, get everything back in. Remember, number 2 will go in first, then to number 1, and they are not interchangeable. You'll notice because of the pins on the number 2, that's the number 2. You cannot swap them out for each other. So hopefully you have the right one when you come to the job. So at this point, I just took the O-rings out and got them lubed up with some grease, so that way they don't bind up when we tighten them. And when you put them in, just go ahead and just get them snug. You don't have to crank on them, because that sometimes will pinch that O-ring and it will leak. So just give it a nice snug and you'll be good to go. time to get the water on, so we'll just slowly open our valve. You'll hear it. Nice and slow. There it goes. So you got some water coming out there. Good. Now we just go through the rest of them until you see water, and then just close them off, and that way you get a nice easy pressure on it, relieve all the air so nothing gets in the system. There you have it. We're sitting at 4.6. These are open. Prove it to you guys. So open those. Sitting at 4.6. Well, thanks for watching. That was a pretty quick one. It went well. Nothing was stuck, so there you have a look at how to do it. Sometimes it's that easy. Sometimes you got to fight those checks. It all depends on your weather, the water, and how it goes. But that tool I got has been a lifesaver. You just have to look it up. It's a Silver Bullet check removal kit. They have a couple different types, and I highly recommend it because you can get a lot of leverage on them. And if you're going on those pins, sometimes you can break 2 of them off because you're pushing hard. This one puts force on all 4 of them, so that way you have a less likely chance of snapping them off, and then you're in big trouble. Been there, had to sawzall it out. So thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.